Well, look, it's a really interesting question. And I think when you ask what's the incentive for these short-term visas, I think some of these HGV drivers are asking themselves the same question, because the numbers that have actually taken up the offer of a short-term visa are very, very low. And I think that will have disappointed the government. And as you say, that is a short-term plug. But over the long term, there needs to be a solution to this, because Brexit has changed the landscape in the UK, in particular with immigration and therefore the labour market in the UK. And really, there's two options here. One is paying more for drivers and other jobs where it used to be foreign workers who would conduct these jobs, usually on lower pay. Do we pay more for homegrown British workers to fill those jobs? Or do we broaden our horizons again when it comes to immigration to try and attract those workers back to the UK, or to the UK for the first time, to really ensure that our economy keeps moving? But it's one of those two options, and the Prime Minister and the government have to think carefully about both the political implications but also the economic ramifications of both of those choices.
Seems like it's a little bit of some shaky ground, because if you are to pay foreign employees more, that could have a backlash from truck drivers and people within the country who feel like they are being disadvantaged here for foreign workers. Would you agree to that?
Well, I would, and I have to say I've just come back from the Conservative Party conference where the Prime Minister was speaking a lot about supercharging the economy, creating better jobs for British workers. And in reality, what that's going to mean, if it comes to fruition, is that there will be an increase in the cost of consumer goods, and that will be passed on to individuals who ultimately are going to foot the bill for those higher wages. And there is a bit of a concern in the UK at the moment about the macroeconomics, and could we see a rise in inflation? Could we see a rise in interest rates? And ultimately it will see the cost of living rise. And that's one of the big concerns that the government has right now, as we look to transition into the post-Brexit economy, as well as looking to build back better, as the government will tell you, that's their slogan, build back better from the pandemic. And I think in reality, there is going to have to be some sacrifices along the way. I think it will be shaky ground over the coming years as the UK government seeks to find that balance.
Indeed. Now,